Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are having a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. And welcome back to another news episode for you guys this evening. And do we have some news for you? I was going to be fully, happy and full of cheer for Liverpool, and of course, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, of course, we're going to be speaking about Jude Bellingham as well. We're also going to be talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold and, of course, Alexis McAllister as well in today's video. But again, mainly we are going to be speaking about Jude Bellingham and, of course, everything that has happened. Well, today basically, but especially what's happened in the last 15 minutes. But yeah, it's been absolutely horrific as well. But hopefully, you guys a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. Anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below as well. Anyway, let me know how you lot are feeling. Let me know how you lot are as well in today's episode. But yeah, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, again, Liverpool supposedly meant to have bid for Jude Bellingham. We'll speak about that in a moment as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well. Yeah, Paul Joyce has finished the club as well. Yes, fella, Zane saying may want to edit the thumbnail. No, I don't think so. I think the thumbnail is good as it is. Oh no, what's happened now, Ricky, as well. FSG out. Yeah, absolutely. Cheap options, I'm all for it. Get us Ugarte and Manu Kone. I feel like we still could have got them, Andrew Bellingham, but of course we will speak about that in a moment anyway as well. But guys, if anyone's new around here as well, then please don't forget to hit that like button as well. Please don't forget to hit that share button and subscribe button as well. It's very much appreciated as always anyway for you guys anyway. But we will jump straight into the news, and of course, we're going to talk about Jude Bellingham. And today, Jan Ori, I think that's the pronounce name. Again, you guys will know him from, of course, many interviews with Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, just after the Champions League final. Of course, he said today, just to confirm the report earlier today, Liverpool have sent an offer to Dortmund. The roulette is open, which of course completely and utterly woke up Twitter. And of course, as you can expect, obviously, again, Liverpool YouTube, Liverpool TikTok, everything was opened up in that regard as well. And everyone was excited. The fact that Liverpool are finally going after Jude Bellingham. It was reported earlier on from Kevin Palmer as well that Liverpool and Real Madrid are believed to be the first, the final two clubs in the race for Jude Bellingham, and saying that Liverpool were encouraged by Jude Bellingham, saying that he wouldn't mind joining Liverpool even if they were not in the Champions League as well. But in the last 15 minutes, just before it came on air as well, Paul Joyce came out, of course, the most reliable Liverpool journo there is, as well, come out and said the Liverpool cool pursuit of Jude Bellingham and seek midfield alternatives. Now, he did go on to say Liverpool are drawing up a list, of alternatives, alternative targets to Jude Bellingham after deciding that the scale of the summer rebuild preset moves for the English midfielder. It did also go on to say as well that the merit of spending fund in excess of 100 million on a single player have been wildly debated at Anfield, which, again, in my opinion, I'm just fed up of that in that regard. Again, overly happy that, of course, it was reported earlier on that Liverpool bid for Jude Bellingham. But when you've got the most reliable Liverpool journo saying that, again, Liverpool have given up practically on Jude Bellingham and are looking at cheaper alternatives, it's very much not a good sense and not a good move. Of course, we've gone from the space within a couple of minutes in terms of 2 hours in terms of getting really excited in Liverpool bidding for Jude Bellingham, and then the sense of, again, you've got the most reliable journo, of course, around Liverpool saying that, look, Liverpool have totally cooled down their pursuit on Jude Bellingham, which again isn't great, if I'm being perfectly honest as well. And of course, he did go on to mention as well in the article, saying that Liverpool are looking at the likes of Mason Mount, Alexis McAllister, that we're going to talk about a bit later on, and multiple others as well. Matthias Nunes. He even mentioned Yuri Tillemans as well. Liverpool might be looking at as well, which for me, I don't think Liverpool should be going after Yuri Tillemans, if I'm being perfectly honest as well. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well on, again, first of all, Liverpool reportedly putting a bid in for Jude Bellingham, but again, Paul Joyce putting water on the fire, then we should say, in terms of saying that Liverpool have cooled down the pursuit of Jude Bellingham in terms of the rebuild as well. So again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. But chat, again, let me know your guys' thoughts, because again, I'm not happy. I was really excited, I was really happy, and then again, Paul Joyce. Normally James Pearce is the one that puts water on the fire, not Paul Joyce. You meant to put more flames on it as well, but to get them out now, absolutely agree, Doug. What's happening? I think I just explained, to be fair, Bri, as well. Talia Bean, if this is true, it's a statement of intentment. Well, like I said, it would have been nice if Liverpool had, and again, it's not great, is it, realistically, in that regard, when we're looking at it like this. But let me read out Mob's comment. Apologise pouring cold water, talking alternatives. The spin begins, or should I say, continues. FSG out. Yeah, absolutely. It's not been the best in that regard, has it? If I'm being perfectly honest, as well. Let me quickly make sure I haven't missed anything. Honest to God, Connor, I'm getting sick of our owners. They seem to disappoint us every year. Absolutely agree, Andrew, as well. Good to hear you. Luke's in as well, saying Joyce, Ornstein, they've all come out as well. I'm just double checking now. I know that Joyce has come out and said it, but I haven't seen Ornstein come out and say that Liverpool haven't. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've just seen it now. Yeah, Jude Bellingham's not coming to Liverpool. How frustrating. Chat, how frustrating. Again, so fucking frustrating, man. Again, we're looking at options. Like, again, I'm just looking like here now. Again, Conor Gallagher, Matthias Nunes. What are we doing? Like, honest, what the fuck are we doing? Like, genuinely, I hope this is a ploy or some random thing that everyone's now going to. But again, I can only just turn around and go, oh yeah, like there's only a certain amount we'll take in that. Just not the fact that every single Liverpool journal was like, yeah, no, he's not coming, and every single reliable journal was like, yeah, absolutely. It's so frustrating, so frustrating. Anyway, but evening everyone as well, says Hannah. Justice, fuck off, Tom. Bugger off, Tom. I'm reluctant to get dawed onto the sides of the click. Yeah, again, for me, I think I've always said I thought Liverpool were going to get Jude Bellingham. I've said it since day one. And some parts of me still thinks Liverpool will get Jude Bellingham, but again, that's the side of me that is like, again, like just mind blown. But this is the annoying thing where Liverpool are in the sense of where, Jude Bellingham would be around for so many years, and the quality, like, you cannot sit there and go, oh, because we're not in Champions League, or we're not, when, okay, again, Europa League isn't a guaranteed for Liverpool right now. I'm sorry, like, this is a joke. It's a joke. And to turn around and go and have this long pursuit of Jude Bellingham and like go, oh yeah, we're 100% in for him, blah blah blah. Liverpool knew that Jude Bellingham was going to be expensive, and for them to turn around and go, oh no, we're out to the race. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And again, for me, we mentioned Liverpool need a huge summer. I don't see it. Liverpool having a big summer and having an important summer. I don't. No. In my opinion, I don't think Liverpool go now spend millions and millions. I just think again it'll be a disappointing summer, disappointing season again next year, and that will just be it. Once again, fucking annoyed. If you guys couldn't tell anyway. But yeah, it's very frustrating. in that regard, anyway. Brian saying a story in the Guardian too, saying we've pulled out the race. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's literally as soon as I went downstairs, I came back up, seen on the Discords that obviously the lads were saying that again it was over. Jude Bellingham, I didn't know what was happening. Went and had a look, and then bang, that was it. And what makes it even worse, Man United now are supposedly in the race with Jude Bellingham. Sorry, what's happened in the last like 2 hours? Andy Hunter as well. Yeah, absolutely. It's not like they've only just found out the price exactly. Absolutely, Bry. Again, I do not get. And again, this goes to even last season. We went an entire fucking summer without signing a midfielder in pursuit of Jude Bellingham, and we didn't turn around then and go, oh, because it's going to be 100 million. Oh yeah, we're out. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. The thing is, no journo actually knows what our transfers are. They never do. I get that, Hannah, but again, when you have everyone coming out and saying the same thing, it's normally correct. Again, I hope everyone is wrong. I hope Jude Bellingham will be signed for Liverpool, and again, we can laugh about this in a couple of weeks' time. But again, I just don't think that's what's going to happen. Anyway, but August will be a defining month. The sports will make up its mind. Then we will need to get together and get these out. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely agree. No thread as well. I think Jude will sign. If not, Madison, McAllister, Barella, Nunes would be nice. It would be nice. But again, I want Jude. It's all Ricky's fault. Just saying, Ricky isn't. Yeah, let us know, Rick, if you're in. Anyway, but Paul Trace also tweeted that we ended our pursuit of Alisson, but we got him. I trust Ornstein or Romano more. Again, Ornstein has said that Liverpool, well, it's come out in the Athletic saying that Liverpool are out of the race. So I don't know that I am trying to check while I'm live as well, because again, more stuff's coming out, of course, when I'm live as well. But yeah, no, it's official. Man United now are in the race. Like what? I don't get. Like what's happened in the last 2 hours when we heard that, well, from this morning we heard Jude Bellingham had chosen, his club, and it was between Liverpool and Real Madrid. Now supposedly PSG, Man City, and Man United are ahead of all of them. What? I don't get that at all whatsoever. Did early here today, 100 FSG is pathetic. Max, absolutely agreeing. Good seeing you as well, mate, as well. I think they just heard of 100 mil and thought, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Imagine if United signed Jude 2 years of Liverpool track. Yeah, it wouldn't be great, would it? We know damn well FSG are not paying 130 mil after they clearly said they will spend responsibly. It's stupid though, lads. Like, again, what was the point of last summer? What's the point of the struggle of this season? It's quite clear Liverpool needed a midfielder. It's quite clear, Liverpool, and it's quite clear that Jurgen Klopp wanted Jude Bellingham. That's been the last 2-3 summers of waiting for Jude Bellingham. And it's like I said, if Jude Bellingham had chosen a different team, if he had chosen City, if he had chosen Real Madrid, that's fair enough. He's, by the looks of things, he has chosen Liverpool, as far as we know. And that was going to be the whole conversation about tonight, was going to be Jude Bellingham has chosen Liverpool, and Liverpool now in Dortmund will go ahead, move forward, and try and arrange a deal and that. But that's now not the case. It's now Liverpool, Jude Bellingham completely off. Liverpool are looking at cheaper alternatives. I fucking hate life. Sorry as well, chat, for swearing, but does my head in. What else do we have? Max is in saying, well, Max is in saying 120 mil. Mark is too expensive for Liverpool as well. It shouldn't be though. It shouldn't be, especially with us not signing anyone. I'm not prepared for that. Pray he goes to Spain. I want him now to go to Madrid. If he's not Liverpool's, I want him to be Madrid's. Club's in the bin. We are finished at a top level team. Yeah, I would agree, 1000%. Boys as well. I'm going to quickly have a look and just read Man United have entered the race essentially. So again, I just want to throw my phone right now. I really want to, as well. We might even change it. Yeah, but after the stream, we'll end the. We'll change the thumbnail now because uh, again, that's a shite. With this supposed £85 million bid, if true, we are deliberately inviting the likes of City, United, PSG to outbid us. It's so transparent. I believe FSG think we are idiots. Again, I don't think the bid was real. That bid anyway, I don't think was real. I think there was a bid in, because again, like we said, in terms of Jan putting up his opinion of it, in terms of him saying, as you can see below, in terms of just to confirm the report today, Liverpool have sent an offer to to Borussia Dortmund, which now begs the question of what was the bid. Did Liverpool go, okay, this is our one and final offer of like £50, like, and then they were like, of course we're not going to accept that, and then obviously then everything went to pear shape, and again, I'm very much intrigued to see what happens. But again, yeah, it's being reported everywhere at the minute that, again, it says, but yeah, Liverpool concede defeat in the battle to sign Jude Bellingham. But that's the frustrating part about it for me. Like, we hear today that Jude Bellingham has chosen Liverpool, or we hear the fact that he's chosen between Liverpool and Real Madrid, and then from that we hear that Liverpool are completely out of the race. Like, I just don't get that. Um, but yeah, I'm just seeing the tweets now. Paul Joyce saying that Liverpool end pursuit of Roma's goalkeeper Alisson Becker. I hope it's similar to that. I really do. I really really hope that it's something similar, and all this is just a ploy. Um, to seem like, again, the fact that a big journo connected to Dortmund is saying that Liverpool have bid and Liverpool are trying to completely you know get everyone off the scent in that regards. But even still, like, I just think it's so frustrating, man. It's very very frustrating, as well. But with this, I read that one out. Sorry, North Red as well. Will the fans strike at Anfield if Jude ends if in Man City or Man United? No, I don't think anything like that would cause that. But it would be. That's the thing we've said though for the last 6 months, probably. Like, if FSG get this summer wrong, then we all know it's been toxic on social media. I think that will finally start to leak into the stadium, and of course, we don't want that to happen. But this is a big period for FSG in terms of rebuilding Liverpool, and again, for me, I thought, and I've said this on multiple videos, for me, Jude Bellingham was the start of that, because I feel like Liverpool can sign potentially three midfielders, including Jude Bellingham in that, and go back to where we was in some sense, not potentially maybe fighting for first or second, but, for next season, for now, competing at a high level and going back to the way we have been going. But looking at the names that, again, Paul Joyce has mentioned, I'm not like, apart from one or two, like Alexis McAllister that we're going to talk about in a moment, and a few other ones. Again, for me, I'd like a few of them at Liverpool, but for me, Jude Bellingham is is number one on that list. We don't act like a big club; we just living off our name. Yeah, absolutely. Spider's in as well, saying even if he does come to Liverpool, I'm worried fans are putting way too much pressure on him to come in and instantly improve the team. That's a lot for a 19-year-old to do that soon as well. Yeah, 100%, mate. Uh, and I've just seen that as well. I'm fully angry at that if that is true. Jurgen Klopp is fully on board with the decision not to go for Jude Bellingham. If that's the case, then what the fuck has the last 2 years been? Sorry, chat, for swearing and that, but I'm just very frustrated right now. Like, what? How are you not happy? It's get in the bin. But yeah, no, Spider, I would agree 1,000%. But I wouldn't pay that price tag than 3 or 4 players at a cheap price. Let Klopp work his magic. That's true, but the thing that's annoying me, Tom, and we've spoken about it, the pursuit of Jude Bellingham has been 4 or 5 years, and for it to, again, Liverpool knew with each and every single, you know, season or summer, we knew the price was going to go up. Absolutely, we knew the price was going to go up, and we didn't act. We were like, oh yeah, okay, sounds, we can do that, whatever. But again, this is the thing that's annoying, right? We knew that Champions League was going to be what's in, but the last couple of weeks we've got the sense from the club that Liverpool were, even if we didn't get Champions League, we would be sound for the summer in terms of finances, in terms of getting people in the door and getting the right players in the door. Now it doesn't feel like that. It feels like Liverpool now are, if Liverpool get Europa League, it feels like we're not going to be getting the correct players in the door. In my opinion, anyway. 2-0 City, brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thanks, Brian. Anyway, he would have been a Liverpool legend. Yeah, absolutely. You can go to any other club and be, a legend in that way. If he come to Liverpool, he'd be adored for years and years. He would have been adored. But yeah, again, I'm very, very frustrated. I'm just annoyed at this time anyway. But if anyone's just coming in anyway, of course, today, this was, this is what everyone was kicking off about this morning, or later on, earlier on this afternoon, sorry, saying that, again, Jude Bellingham, just to confirm the reports earlier today, Liverpool have sent an offer to Borussia Dortmund. Of course, Kevin Palmer as well also mentioned the fact that Liverpool and Real Madrid are believed to be the final 2 clubs in the race for Jude Bellingham. And of course, there was even talk of, if Liverpool's first bid for Jude Bellingham hadn't been successful, Liverpool were prepared to go in again for a second time. But again, Liverpool's main journalist, Paul Joyce, has come out and said that Liverpool have called the pursuit on Jude Bellingham, saying the fact that, again, they're drawing up alternatives to get alternatives to Jude Bellingham after deciding the scale of their summer rebuild is more important than getting Jude Bellingham done this summer. And again, the merits of spending far in excess of 100 million on a single player has been wildly debated at Anfield as well. And again, it's not only being reported by Paul Joyce, it's also being reported now by James Pearce, Ornstein, everyone as well. So again, the likelihood of it being true, and I know everyone will go, oh, well, Paul Joyce said that, again, the Alisson Becker, blah, blah, blah. That's true. But again, I also feel like, again, you can't go against the most reliable person at the club, or the most reliable journalist at the club, if you get what I mean, as well. But again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts on Jude Bellingham as well, and him now not coming to Liverpool as well. Anyway, but do you think Jude will come? No, not now. We'll end up signing some absolute cut price shite, says Luke as well. Probably. No, yeah, 100%. Matt's saying we spent 4 years waiting for him, which then meant we didn't sign any midfielders, which is now the excuse they're using for not signing him. Absolute shambles. Yeah, absolutely agree, Matt. I 1,000% agree with you, my friend. It's, again, we all say that Liverpool aren't stupid, but then this is stupid. Like, that's the frustrating part about it. Liverpool, and we criticize Liverpool at times, but realistically, we've said that Liverpool are smart in the transfer market. This is just stupid for me. Very much stupid. But yeah, you think about it now, we missed out on Tchouaméni, by the looks of things, we're going to miss out on Bellingham. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful as well, anyway. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well. But smash the like button, guys, as well. Yeah, if you could, very much appreciate it. It takes 2 seconds and helps Connor out as well. Yeah, it does massively. Thank you, Tom, as well. Gakpo wasn't a massive signing. Gakpo wasn't a massive signing, and have you seen the clubs we're trying to compete with, Tom, as well? Gakpo he wasn't. Was it a big sign? It was a big signing, but it wasn't like a financially big signing in that way. We all know Jurgen Klopp is an FSG yes man last summer and stuff. Like William Milner on a new contract shows that he's not ruthless and he should be. Yeah, I would agree. Well, that's the thing, and everyone said that. Oh, we're gonna. Liverpool would turn around and remove their pin tweet, and then everyone was like, "Oh yeah, welcome James Milner for a 5-year contract," and blah blah blah. But yeah, I just look at it and I'm like, I genuinely just don't know what to think on the situation overall. Because again, I obviously, like I said, I was going to go live, obviously talk about the Bellingham bid that was supposedly thing, and then again 5 minutes before I was going to go live, all the news came out as well. So for me, again, I just don't think. I'd like to think everyone's wrong in that regard, but again, I just think that Liverpool they need a massive wake up call, and that is with the owners in that particular honesty as well. But if you're getting offered twice, maybe 3 times the money plus promises of big bonuses for league, Champions League, etc., romantic ideas go out the window as a footballer career. But that's the thing, though. Like, look at the Virgil van Dijk. Look at Ali. Ali had had Madrid and Chelsea after him, and again, Jude's not dumb. That's the thing. And again, it doesn't look like Jude Bellingham has rejected Liverpool. It looks like Liverpool have rejected Jude Bellingham. That's the honesty behind it as well, if I'm being honest. But the issue I would personally have with the decision to back out is us fans will look so stupid. We've trusted the club on this 2-year journey, and to throw it all away in the final 2 months is a joke. Absolutely, Spider. Absolutely agree. Well, isn't that Klopp's fault to strengthen the squad instead of keeping his loyalty to players who he knew was going to age? Partly, yeah, but even still, Tom, it's still the ownership. Again, if you're going to go, you can easily get rid of Henderson, Milner, blah blah blah. But if you know you're not going to have the funds to back it up, then it's just point keeping them. Klopp's always said that, though. He's always said that if Liverpool can't replace a player, we're never going to get rid of him, and he's said that multiple times. They're now going to spend 95 million on Mount, who can't get a game for mid-table Chelsea. Disgrace from the club as well, says Luke. Matt says, and now the same journos linking us with Paulinho, Conor Gallagher, and Nunes. Horror times. Again, Matthias Nunes. I think he'd be good for Liverpool. But Conor Gallagher and Paulinho's too old. Like, we're talking about rebuilding the team. Paulinho's 28, 29. Like, we need 22, 23, 24-year-olds. We don't need 28, 29, 30s. No, that's a stupid way of looking at it, in my opinion. And again, that is a full-on Europa League, Conference League list. And it's just so flipping frustrating. It's so frustrating. Plus, you bought Gakpo for peanuts as well. Well, what was it, 35 mil, 30 mil, somewhere around there. I think Jude will have. I think Jude will have relax as well. But again, I don't think so. No. Maybe we've ended up pursuit because Jude decided he wanted to go somewhere else. No, I don't think so, Bry. I think Liverpool very much. I think he was Liverpool. Like again, we heard today Kevin Palmer saying that Liverpool had bid and well, Liverpool it was between Liverpool and Madrid and blah blah blah. But again, it looks like Liverpool have given up on him. Third, obviously, Brighton 3-0 as well. Bloody again, City have won that, haven't they? Third richest club going to be the financial fee back in a couple of months and go about our business like a first division outfit like the football club, the Tories. Yeah, freaking shite. We're never going to hear the end of this. No, we're not. After we've been so, especially me as well, I've been so confident Liverpool will be getting Jude Bellingham, but yeah, now it looks like a whole horrid show, isn't it? Realistically, in that regard as well. Anyway, but we'll move on from Jude Bellingham for now, at least anyway. But we're going to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold, and of course we spoke about him in terms of the midfield role that he played against not Manchester, sorry, against Arsenal. On the weekend, and I want to talk a little bit more about it in terms of this formation for Liverpool and how it worked in many regards as well, because again, that is realistically what Liverpool played in many ways. And what is interesting is the fact that again, it worked so well in that second half where you had Kanate on the right hand side, you had Trent Alexander-Arnold cutting inside, Fabinho helping, and Robbo as well acting as that third centre half at times as well. I know plenty of people have mentioned it in terms of Liverpool should play this way more often, but what I'll also say as well is that for me, Liverpool can probably use that against certain teams. I think probably against lower position teams, I think Liverpool can definitely use that. I do think though against the likes of City and against maybe an Arsenal in the future, it worked at Anfield. I think if you used to do that away from home, I think it might be a bit different. But let me know your guys' thoughts as well, because I think if we can have a pre-season that Trent moving into the midfield area might be good for Liverpool, and it might be a different way of unlocking the potential in Trent in that position, and as well I think that the major doubt about it is potentially Robbo as well in that centre back position. In terms of again, he's not a centre half; he's having to work on the left, work as a third centre half as well. So again, maybe Liverpool might be looking at another centre half in that regards to potentially bring in as well. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts on Trent moving into the midfield as well. But we're also going to talk about Alexis McAllister as well. And of course, obviously, I think Footy Insider said today that Brighton are aware that Liverpool's growing interest in Alexis McAllister and are likely to be blown out of the water by any personal terms. But on offer, the midfielder is keen to leave the MX this summer to play at a higher level as well. Again, I think with Alexis McAllister, again, would be a phenomenal player for Liverpool if that is true in terms of Liverpool going after him. But even still, I think that Liverpool can have competition from Chelsea, again, the likes of Chelsea, the likes of City, and again, as Lucas said in the comments, which is rightfully so as well, especially this season. Brighton to Liverpool downgrade currently. Yeah, no, it is 100% at the moment anyway. But again, I just think it's with the Jude Bellingham news on that now. I'm not confident on any Liverpool target, if I'm being perfectly honest, now as well. But again, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts. Would you like Alexis McAllister at Liverpool anyway? But Brian says the attacking phase, though, he's still full back in defensive, but can see him starting the role as well. Yeah, absolutely. I love this. Congrats, we're out of the race like we expected. But yeah, not the best, mate. Absolutely not. It's exactly the same system City have been using. Yeah, no, it is 100%. Again, I don't like the fact it's come off City in that regard. But again, you look how good John Stones has been playing that role, and it might be ideal for Trent in many ways as well. So it'd be interesting. I think Liverpool obviously you look at someone that, especially on the left hand side, that could play that role of a third centre half and then a left back in the same role, Gavidal. But again, Gavidal's going to cost you millions upon millions as well. But Spider says I wouldn't be against grabbing Carlos Soyal if we could get him around 40 million. What, the Spanish Donny from PSG? Is it? Not for me, for being honest, mate. But again, for me, now in terms of the summer, would you look at Manuel Ugarte? For me, I think Liverpool. He's an absolute stunner player for Liverpool to go and get. I've seen plenty of people now saying that again. Liverpool could try now and go after Moises Caicedo and um, and Alexis McAllister, which again for me is sure maybe. I'm just disappointed with Jude Bellingham news. If I'm being honest, and yeah, it's just an utter pile of shite in that way as well. Anyway, but again, more people now are confirming the news that again Liverpool are not in the race now for Jude Bellingham. So yeah, it looks very much so that Liverpool are fully out of the race as well. So now it looks to be officially over that Jude Bellingham will not be joining Liverpool at the end of the season as well. Anyway, but again, just utter crap in that way as well. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts. Declan Rice, if he goes down, I wouldn't want Declan Rice, if I'm being honest. It's apparently been confirmed he's going to United. Again, I don't want him going to United. I don't think he'll go United. I think Madrid now, for being honest. But again, United are supposedly in the race. So, yeah. But yeah, just looking now at Neil Jones, Neil Jones has said Liverpool have accepted that a move for Jude Bellingham will not be possible this summer. The Reds are looking at alternatives. Wonderful. So what a night, chat. One absolute wonderful night. But is it still too early to be FSG out? I imagine Tracker to play now for it. Again, mate, for me, we've been FSG out for a very long time. Now this adds to it. I think in many ways it's firmly been like FSG get out in that regard as well. But yeah, Retro Petra, when it's Joyce, PS, Ornstein, Telegraph all saying it's over, I think it is. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree with you, mate. Again, if one person is saying that, again, like say for example, if Joyce and PS were saying it, then there might be an argument that potentially there might be. But again, like you get, especially with Joyce recently, you don't go against Paul Joyce. He is the godfather in that regard in terms of Liverpool news. So yeah, it's I can't wait right for what day are we on? We're on Tuesday. Friday's the press conference. I cannot wait for questions for Jude Bellingham. And Jurgen now will just turn around and go, because that's the annoying part about it. When Jurgen's like, oh yeah, talks are positive with the players. Like, what? Like, again, I just don't trust now Jurgen Klopp and FSG. I don't. Like, again, it's just frustration right now. And I haven't assessed like everything. But it's just frustrating. It's so frustrating. On Sky Sports, it says that Jude and Liverpool still have an interest. Yeah, again, like Ornstein said, Liverpool will be interested forever, but it won't happen. But yeah, if Bellingham had his heart set on Liverpool and we knew it, only to walk away last minute because we found out the price, we look like complete time wasters. Something doesn't add up there. No, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. And that's the annoying part about it. When today you had that report saying there's two clubs that supposedly Jude Bellingham's going to choose between Liverpool, Real Madrid, and then now supposedly now that's complete lies. And now we're told it's Man United, Manchester City, PSG, Real Madrid. Like what? Like how has it got from Liverpool, City, Real Madrid to now it being like all those clubs I just mentioned? It makes no sense at all. And if Liverpool have done that, and if FSG have done that, in terms of we've spoken to Jude's family, because obviously Jude's family runs what happens with him. If we've spoken to Dortmund, if we've put a bid in for Dortmund, and like I said earlier on in the show, if they've gone, oh yeah, we can bid this amount, that's all we can do, and Dortmund have just laughed at them, then again, what was the point for the last 2 years? And again, I don't want to hear the fact that, oh, Liverpool can go after 2 or 3 players now and what's them. Liverpool should be able to do that and just sign Jude Bellingham as well, for 110, 115 million. They should easily be able to do that, because that's the annoying part about it. You guarantee and you know that Jude Bellingham's going to be an investment for 6 years at a minimum. And again, it's not necessarily that you, again, after the 6 year contract or during the 6 year contract, if Liverpool were to offer him a 6 year deal, that he'd then go and go, oh, okay, I want to go now. I want to go to Real Madrid. Nothing like that could happen. He might go, and similar like Stevie G. Stevie G could have had any opportunity. Could have gone Chelsea, could have gone Real Madrid, Inter Milan. We all know this. But Jude might have just completely fallen in love with Liverpool. But again, we'll never know that now, will we? We'll never know it. And yeah, absolute fun time to be a Liverpool supporter, right? They're not idiots as well. We've said that. We've said Liverpool and FSG are not idiots, but they are. Absolutely fuming. Get FSG out now. Hello, Ricky, as well, saying yeah, absolutely. I've never heard of Joyce, and who does Paul Joyce support though? Best City. Oh man, no, he's Liverpool. Paul Joyce is Liverpool through and through. Klopp is a yes man. Him, FSG could get fuck out. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think that we've got Canate and not up Meccano, by the way. True. But yeah, I remember there was a debate who was better. There's no freaking debate. Just like FSG to settle for a mid-average signing as well. Again, I wouldn't say every single person on that list that was seen earlier on is somewhat of, it's not seen as, what has gone wrong. The big problem for me is, yes, Liverpool can turn around and go, okay, we want this player, but like the fact that we've gone in for him and gone, yeah, Liverpool are 100% in for him. Again, if other teams come in and outbid Liverpool, that's even fair enough. That's the frustrating part, right? If Liverpool had gone, okay, we can splash out 115 million, and Jude Bellingham had gone, right, I want to compete Champions League, Premier League, blah blah blah. I want this, that, and the other. I want to go to Madrid. I want to go that. That for me, I could accept. I can accept Jude Bellingham choosing a different team, or choosing to go somewhere else, or under somebody else. But everything just lined up perfectly, and then this has happened, and you're like, shit, like what the fuck's happened, as well. But if anyone is new as well, then please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. And if Jack's in here as well, he'd be kind of happy because yeah, it looks like Liverpool have Nikolai Barella on their list according to Neil Jones as well. For fuck's sake, man! I'm so frustrated. Chat. If anyone is new around here, again, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button as well. I'm just gonna quickly check. There's 42 people in right now. So if you are new around here, please hit that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 1,000 before the end of the season. If there is anyone new around here, as well. But yeah, and if anyone would like to join the stream to have your thoughts quickly on Jude Bellingham, then let me know, and I'll send you a link on Twitter or whatever in that regard as well. Because again, we've turned from now. I should really change the thumbnail and the title, but again, I can't do that till after the show. Chat. Do you know what? And I want to apologize for any language I've used. If there is any youngsters in here, I do apologize. Again, we don't normally swear, but when it comes to things like this, you just want to rip something off. Like, I want to throw my phone right now so badly at the wall. But yeah, it's just frustration at the moment because again, and look, Liverpool could end up signing 4 or 5 players now, and it ended up being, look, best decision ever in that regards. And again, Liverpool will go on and win Premier League, Champions League. All that might happen And we might look back at this and go, oh, okay, that was funny, wasn't it? But when we've been after Jude Bellingham for 2 years, well, 2 years that we've known about, and of course we've known for probably the last 4 or 5 years that Jude Bellingham has been under Liverpool's surveillance then, in that regard. It's just a whole build up of frustration and just anger, and that's the annoying part about it, as well. Anyway, but I am going to quickly check around as well, just to see if there is any other news that I'm missing, personally. Anyway, God, do you think Liverpool have themselves that the big got? Maybe they have, and they've told everyone, like, oh yeah, we're not going after Jude Bellingham. No, we're going after these. Maybe I mentioned that earlier on, but yeah, no, I just don't think it's that. It's not that deep when you think about it in terms of Liverpool going, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna do this, and thing. But again, it's funny, isn't it? For fuck's sake, it's so funny the fact that now, and it's the fact that I've even turned around and gone, yep, Liverpool, Jude Bellingham, 100%. I'm very confident Liverpool will sign Jude Bellingham. Chat, if anyone got something to relax, to relax to, anyone got any beers that we can drink on stream? Again, I don't know whether or not if you're allowed to do that anymore. You wasn't allowed to before, but I don't know anyway. But again, if anyone is new around here as well, then please hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button as well. Again, Doug, I will send you a link. It will be on Twitter, as well. And again, if anyone else wants to join as well, again, let me know, and I'll send people links down below as well. I won't send in the general chat because again, you'll have stupid idiots. Not saying everyone is stupid idiots, but you'll have certain individuals as well come on and take the absolute mick as well. But yeah, if anyone does want to join, where are you, Doug? Why can't I find you? There we go. But yeah, again, for me, it's just so frustrating right now because just seeing everyone now, like we've been so like upbeat about it as well, in terms of like Liverpool choosing it and Liverpool, doing this, doing that. It's just so frustrating, man. It's so fucking frustrating, as well. But Tom saying best day of my life. Yeah, because you're a fucking blue and white shite. And the only thing you got to look forward to is fucking championship football next season. I'm telling you now, championship is calling your name, Tom, as well. Anyway, of course, I do love Tom as well, but again, he is a blue and white shite. To be fair as well, Yusuf's in as well, as in all right mates as well. Like, fuck off, Yusuf. It's all right. Gallagher is better. Get in the bin, lads. Get in the absolute bin. Again, it is just Europa League tier, isn't it? In that regard, as well. But where else we buy? I will send you the link as well. Again, if anyone else does want to jump on as well, and have you say, I'm going to chat. Where am I buy? I keep on pressing the wrong bloody setting. Right, there we go. But yeah, I will get into the news if anyone's just tuning in as well. Let me quickly do that, and then we will do that. There we go. There we bloody go. But yeah, we are joined by Doug from the Dugout Football Channel. Doug, how are we feeling on the breaking news?
Shite. 2 years for absolutely nothing.
Hang on a minute. For some reason, I can't hear you. It might be on my end, so give me a quick moment because it might be me.
Yeah,
chat.
No
if I do end up going off screen while I do this, I do apologize because it should work. But if it doesn't, then we might not have to have any guests because for some reason, the volume, I can't hear anything in my ears.
Oh no.
I might have to leave the studio and then I might have to come back in as well.
Okay.
Second as well. Let me see if that's working. No, it's not. So give me a quick moment, guys, as well. Rick, I will be back in 2 seconds, and then we'll speak all about it. Don't you worry about it. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Give me a quick moment.
Hey, Rick.
You alright?
Oh, shite, mate. How are you?
I'm absolutely raging, mate. Absolutely fuming. Load of crap, mate. I mean, how do you chase the main target for 3 seasons? Say you're not buying a centre midfielder in the summer because you're saving up for Jude. You then get foreign journalists today saying that there's potentially a bid gone in, and then you get the club's journalists pouring cold water on it. For me, the club's in the bin. I'm hoping it's a negotiation tactic, but with FSG in charge, you never know. They need to go. If we don't get Jude Bellingham this summer, for me, they need to go. If I'm Jurgen Klopp, I'm banging on that door, telling them I want this player now. Go get him for me. We waited so long for him, and then you're just gonna go get Mickey Mouse to come play in centre midfield next season because we ain't got the bottle to go sign someone that's worth that money.
What a wonderful night, isn't it, lads? What an absolutely wonderful night.
It's got to be negotiation. It's got to be a negotiation tactic.
This is what I thought, but then when you've got everyone coming out, like it's understandable if you've got all the Liverpool journos coming out and going, look, it's done in the water. There's no going back from this. But then when you've got Ornstein, you've got everyone coming out and going, yeah, it's completely done. The biggest story in football has been over the last 6 months to 12 months been, where is Jude Bellingham going next season? And when you've got everyone going, yep, he's 100% not going to Liverpool, it just deflates you so much, man. And I was so happy before I started the stream. I was like, yeah, well, Rick, me and you were in Discord with one another, and we were like, yep, 100%. We're going to be going on and we're going to be trying to sign Jude Bellingham. And fuck me, were we wrong? Was I wrong?
Do you know what it is? It's what makes it seem a little bit dodgy and sus that all these reports have now come out. They're all mirrored. If they're all mirrored word for word, pretty much. It's like the club briefed the journalists, local journalists, the top 4 or 5 journalists that are linked to the club, because obviously the bid got leaked earlier. So it does give me a little bit of hope still that it's just a brief, because the club are sort of a bit nervous that it's been leaked, that a bid's gone out. So they're briefing all the local journalists, because last week Paul Joyce said Klopp's going to get backed fully, and Jude's still the number 1 main target, and then to go from that to this a week later, it just screams that the club are briefing out and they're a bit nervous with what's going on, because earlier we found Kevin Palmer said it was 2 clubs left in for Jude Bellingham, and now I'm seeing a report there's 6 or 7 teams in for Jude Bellingham. How Man United think they're in the race for Jude Bellingham? Where they've come from, I have no idea. They've still got the Glazers.
Yeah, exactly. They haven't even got their ownership, and that's the annoying part about it. Where, Doug, for me, it just feels like that. We were all happy and so cheery about 2 hours ago, and we were like, yeah, Jude Bellingham, he's, it looks like he's chosen Liverpool over Real Madrid, and everything looks really, really good and nice. And then, yeah, just misery just comes upon us. But like, for me, I would be, and like I said earlier on in the show as well, for me, I would be over the moon. Well, not over the moon, but I would be content if Jude Bellingham had chosen Real Madrid, for example, and Liverpool had done everything in their power to sign Jude Bellingham. And instead of that now, it looks like Liverpool have given up on Jude. But obviously on the face of what everyone's reporting at the moment, it feels like Liverpool have given up on Jude Bellingham before Jude Bellingham had even a chance to give up on Liverpool.
It does feel like that, and I mean, I can't believe Manchester United are now in the race for him. Like that to me is just. I think that's absolute bollocks. I think it's absolute bollocks. I think it's either us, Man City, or Real Madrid is going to. I think it's simple as that. I saw PSG were being mentioned. He ain't going to Trent. He ain't going to PSG. There's no way he goes to PSG either. Could he stay at Dortmund? I mean, that's been a decision he could potentially do as well. But if we're not getting Bellingham, then we have to go out and get. I would say Saicedo. I would say McAllister and probably Nunes. Those would be the three I would go for.
I will say this very quickly. Matthias Nunes is no longer a target for Liverpool as well, according to Neil Jones. So.
Oh, right.
Do we have any money to spend, boys? Is this the end? But yeah.
Are we broke now? Are we broke?
Well, I'm just reading this out now. Yeah, so Neil Jones also confirms Liverpool's interest in Matthias Nunes has cooled significantly as well. So it just begs the question, like, especially when I can't remember who it was, but somebody reporting on Matthias Nunes last week said that Liverpool were very much cooling down their interest on Matthias Nunes, and said that again Liverpool were keeping a positive outlook on Moises Caicedo, Jude Bellingham, and Mason Mount. Now, out of those lots, again, Mason Mount now seems to be the main person for Liverpool, judging from all the reports tonight. And again, for me, Palhinha, I feel like Palhinha is massively against what Liverpool should be after this summer. Great player, and do not get me wrong, he is absolutely 100% a phenomenal player. But for me, it's laughable when the fact we're meant to be going after 22, 23, 24-year-olds, and we're going after a 27, 28, 29-year-old in Palhinha. And again, for right now, it might be the fix that Liverpool need, but I do feel like there is more that Liverpool need to be doing in this window than sign someone like Palhinha in that regard. Does anyone agree or disagree?
You can throw any list at me after ruling out Jude Bellingham tonight, and I'll turn my nose up at it. I think this club's disgraceful. I think the owners are embarrassing us from top to bottom. I'm watching my team sit 9th in the Premier League because our team's finished. And your main target, you told all these Liverpool fans in the summer just gone. Once Tuchemini was down to Real Madrid, there's no plan B, there's no plan C because all our eggs are in Jude Bellingham's basket. Then the World Cup happened. You've got Liverpool players flirting with Jude Bellingham. You've got Bellingham flirting with Liverpool players. And then to go from that to we're now ruled out of the race for Jude Bellingham. And then you're telling me, then I'm seeing Neil Jones name a list of players. I mean, Tielemans. So we want energy and fight in our team, and you're telling me no legs Tielemans is going to come in the midfield to do a job.
Sorry to butt in. Just to add to that, I'm not saying he's not a class player. He is absolutely a class player. But I feel like Liverpool should be going after younger talent. And again, 27 is prime. But I feel like Liverpool should be going after 22, 23-year-olds because we need problem solvers now, but we need them especially for the way Liverpool buy players. We need them to continue on for the next 4 or 5 years, not 2-3 years. That's all I'm saying in that regard. Go on there.
Exactly that. I just think. Then I'm seeing some of the other names on there. McAllister's not happening. Listen, if you're not willing to bid the money for Jude Bellingham, I'm seeing Neil Jones has said Barella's now a target. I mean, you could name 300 midfielders who potentially could be a target. The Conor Gallagher one, I think, is embarrassing. We're a team that we're a top 4 team. Obviously, not this season. Top 4 team this season, and we're going for Conor Gallagher. The geezer can't even get in Chelsea's team. I mean, are we really we're going to become a Europa League team? I mean, we're looking at Europa League standard players. You might as well just go sign Championship players and be done with it, call it a day. Because you've got Man United potentially getting new owners with money to spend. City are going to spend money. Arsenal are backed by the Cronkies. Chelsea just splashed cash for the fun of it. So that's 4 teams. Newcastle. So that's 5 teams who are going to spend money. So what are we doing? Are we just going for the bottom of the barrel players that no one else wants?
Well, I will say as well, it was just Liverpool-based journals saying that Alisson was off. Paul Jace did say Alisson was off, but when you've got, like I keep saying, if everyone on planet Earth is saying it's off, it's most likely off. I would say anyway. But listen, lads, I would just like to ask if you don't think this is a marketing target for Jude as well. Well, it could be. It could just be part of a whole massive ploy, and we're all losing our shite over nothing. But again, I'd like to stay real with it, and I think Jude Bellingham to Liverpool is off. I don't want it to be. It's off.
I think Ricky is absolutely spot on. We're going to be with every dog and his owner for midfield. We're going to be linked with every club's midfielders. I think as well.
Sorry, Doug. Luckily this year, look how many midfielders we have been linked to. Like we've been linked with 17, 18 midfielders. I think we've all said, like, again, most of it is, for God's sake, sorry, and we spoke about this off camera earlier on. I don't want to mention what we spoke about earlier on in terms of James Ward-Prowse. But again, we've all heard that Liverpool have had lists in terms of Champions League, Europa League. But for me, it just feels like Liverpool over the last couple of weeks, there's been positive news, supposedly, in terms of investment. And then we're like, oh, Liverpool might actually do something because we need to wake up because of what's happened this season. And then this has just been crap. And it looks like we've gone to the bottom, as Ricky said rightfully so. We've gone to the bottom of the list and going, yeah, we're happy with that. It's not good enough.
No, it's not, and it's just the hope that kills you, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you, and I think we'll all be right in saying that we all want this season to end because there's been a car crash from start to finish. I mean, 9 games to go. I mean, the next 3 games I'm looking at is like Leeds, Nottingham Forest, and West Ham. How many of those games realistically do you think we'll win?
2 or 3, no, 2 maybe.
I would say 2. I think we beat Forest at Anfield, and I think we beat Leeds, and then we'd never do well at West Ham. So I think we'll get beat by West Ham.
I'm just looking now. Sorry, chat. I'm looking at my phone. Actually, to be fair, what do we think of the reports that Jurgen is fully behind Liverpool not going after Jude Bellingham as well? Do we have any opinions on that, or Rick?
On what was it? Sorry.
On Jurgen Klopp. So supposedly, this is what Chris Bascom has said. He said Klopp is fully on board with the fact that Liverpool will not sign Jude Bellingham. Has decided not to go after Jude Bellingham this summer. That's what he's written.
I mean, if it's true, I've lost all respect for Jurgen Klopp because I never thought he'd be a yes man. I think he's let a lot slide in his time at Liverpool with the owners in terms of investment, but Klopp's been talking Bellingham up for what, a season and a half now, and for him to all of a sudden agree that we don't need him unless an ultimatum's been given to him, it's either Jude Bellingham or 3 midfielders, and he's had to bow down a little bit and say I need 3 instead of just 1. But there's still a little bit of hope in me that this is just a negotiation tactic. The club have got nervous with the bid coming in, if there was a bid.
I hope they've seen the new. I hope they see like this reaction and see other people's reaction towards it. Because Liverpool should be, and this is the annoying part. Liverpool should be going after players for 100 million, whatever, and still have the availability of signing 2 players on top of that, in my opinion.
But not when you've got Cowboys in charge who've got no money.
Yeah, that is true. If I will say this as well, big thank you to everyone that is tuning in. There is over 250 people in here right now as well. Obviously, please go and subscribe to the 1892 Reds TV as well. Rick, I don't know if you want to put a link in because I don't think Mark's here tonight as well. And of course, Doug from the Dugout Football channel as well. Doug, if you want to put a link in as well in the chat.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Below.
No problems.
But I want to obviously I want to go back and reiterate on what everything has been brought up in tonight's show anyway, in terms of what has happened in terms of the news. Obviously, Jan, obviously you guys will know who he is, saying that just to confirm the report earlier today, Liverpool have sent an offer to Dortmund. The roulette is open. Of course, everyone was massive. Excited over this as well. There was reports as well from earlier on in the day from Kevin Palmer as well, saying that Liverpool and Real Madrid are believed to be the final 2 clubs in the race for Jude Bellingham. And then it was even a report as well coming out saying that Liverpool are prepared if their first offer for Jude Bellingham is declined by Borussia Dortmund. The Reds were already ready with a second bid for Jude Bellingham as well. But of course, the Liverpool godfather, in terms of Paul Joyce, did come out and say that Liverpool have cooled their pursuit of Jude Bellingham and seek midfield alternatives. He did go also to say in that article, saying that Liverpool are drawing up a list of alternative targets to Jude Bellingham after deciding that the scale of the summer rebuild, because a move obviously move away from the England midfielder. And it was also said as well in the article that the merit of spending far in excess of 100 million on a single player have been wildly debated at Anfield. And of course, it's obviously got multiple reporters coming out. Obviously, Paul Joyce, David Ornstein, literally every journal that you can think of have come out in the last hour, obviously since we've been live, about Jude Bellingham. The deal to Liverpool is off, or any deal to Liverpool is off in that regard as well. And of course, it's also come out saying that Manchester United, again, you can get banned. Excuse me, one moment. There we go. Getting the bin, lads. There we go. But yeah, again, where was I by? Yeah, PSG, Manchester United, Manchester City, and Real Madrid are also interested in the move of Jude Bellingham as well. So again, make up what you want. For me, I still think now, if it isn't Liverpool, it's Real Madrid for Jude Bellingham. Or, as Doug mentioned earlier on, could he stay at Dortmund for another year? I highly doubt it, but I think he's going to Madrid now. I don't think he'll be City. And United are nowhere near the conversation, in my opinion, as well. Anyway, but again, guys, let us know your guys' thoughts as well. Obviously, there's 253 people in here as well. So if you are new, like I said, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button as well. I believe we are on 896. So if we can get to 900, guys, very much appreciated as always. Again, go and subscribe over to the 1882 Reds. I keep on saying podcast TV. And obviously the Dugout Football channel as well anyway. But again, I will try and quickly find the tweet as well on what Paul, I think it was Paul J said on the players that have been listed as well. Quickly try and find that. But if we are going for 3 then, Rick, I'll go Ricky and then I'll go with Doug. What 3 would you want in at Liverpool?
If we don't get Jude Bellingham, it's got to be Barella, Caicedo, and McAllister. If it's not that 3, what's the point? because you've walked away from top tier Jude Bellingham. So then you need to get your next 3 big targets. I don't want to see Conor Gallagher. I don't want to see Ward-Prowse. I don't want to see Matheus Nunes. I don't want to see these big level players that are not going to make us challenge for the league title. I want to see top class players, but with FSG in charge, I can't see top level players coming in. I mean, I think Klopp said the other day that there's going to be smart investment. So that's a red flag right there. Smart investment. We don't need smart investment. We're past that. We need top level players coming in because City are going to get stronger. United are going to get stronger. Chelsea are going to get stronger. Arsenal definitely get stronger after doing what they're doing this season. Newcastle are going to splash when they're in the Champions League. So we can't be signing B-Tech players. It's embarrassing. Like the way we're performing this season, the last little bit of hope Liverpool fans really had was getting Jude Bellingham in the summer, and we've just been smashed by City, struggled with Arsenal, battered in the Champions League, out of all cup competitions, nothing to play for in the last 9 games of the season, and then they drop we're out the race for Jude Bellingham because Liverpool are shocked by his transfer value. I mean, you've only known for 3 seasons what he's going to be worth. You've been chasing him for 3 seasons. You've held back on transfers to save money for 3 seasons. And now all of a sudden, we can't afford it. How do you win the Champions League, the Premier League, been in the Champions League finals, continuously challenging for the Premier League, to then have no money?
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with you. I genuinely think a lot of people will have this debate. And again, like I said, to chase somebody down for 2 years, and fair enough if we were solidly interested in Jude Bellingham in terms of, like we have done, for example, and we've still signed players, I think that would be perfectly fine, and people would be, I don't think, this reactive. Like we've been, I think plenty of people will be as well. I think the fact that we haven't signed anyone and we haven't signed a proper midfielder, and again, people will go, "Oh, you've signed Javi Elliott, you've signed Fabio Carvalho," and that is true, and 100%. We haven't signed a first-team midfielder that is meant to just walk into Liverpool's midfield since 2020, and the last one before that was Naby Keita back in 2018, and that's the frustrating part about it as well. And again, obviously, I think loads of you guys in the chat as well, but I apologize as well that we're not reading out everyone's comments as well. The chat is literally going like this, crazy. So big thank you to everyone as well. But Doug, obviously, Ricky's mentioned his 3. What would be your 3 for potentially coming in?
So I say those definitely from one for me. I think he's the Genie Wijnaldum player waiting, replacement waiting to happen. I would say, as I say though. I don't think Barella's possible. I think he's too old as well, Barella, unfortunately. Gravenberch I look at, I'm not so sure that will happen as well. I'll say though, McAllister and that third one, I'm not sure. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Northridge is saying that, yeah, Echo saying that Mount is the new priority for Liverpool this summer. FSG need to lose.
Great.
I would agree, though. I think Caicedo is 100. If you want that Genie Wijnaldum signing, yeah, he's it in terms of, because I feel like Liverpool have missed not only the way Genie plays, but the availability of Genie Wijnaldum, and B, the versatility of Genie Wijnaldum. Like Genie could play in the 6, can play as an 8, can play as a 10, can even play as a false 9 as well, and even on the wing if we needed to. I'm not saying Caicedo can do all of that, but he can definitely play as an 8 and he can definitely play as a 6 as well. But like as you guys have mentioned in the chat as well, in terms of, but Caicedo is valued at 75 million. That is the problem.
That's always going to be the problem. That's always going to be the problem. It's going to be the price. I mean, Kefren Turam's another one. He'd be a good one. Kone, Borussia Mönchengladbach, as well. It's whether or not we go for these. Kamada is another one, but I don't think he's going to midfield. I think he's an attacking midfielder. So I don't think we need any number 10s or anything like that. But it's just as I keep saying, it's the hope that kills you. There's hope that kills you. But I suppose the good thing about this stream is that you have hit 900. Congratulations, mate. It has been a long time coming.
I didn't even know we did that. Let me know as well, guys, if you've used a lot of the subscribers as well. But again, guys, go over to 1892 Reds TV and of course the Dugout Football channel as well. Obviously now we're trying to get a K if we can do it as well. But I want to quickly get up as well. Obviously, like I said, I want to bring up that tweet with all the clubs in as well.
I just had a look. You're on 903, so you're 97 away from 1K.
Very much appreciate it if we can do it. But yeah, if we have a look now on screen, again, that come from Chris and back as well. Again, that they're all the teams at the moment, but this is what he said. Anyway, in terms of Jude Bellingham on the race, I said Manchester United have entered the race to sign Jude Bellingham this summer and are on course to be financially reinforced by the return of the Champions League. Manchester City, Real Madrid, Chelsea and PSG are also consider Bellingham have the greater financial power, which of course we know in terms of Chelsea. But again, it's so fucking so pissed off.
It's FSG need to go tomorrow morning. After this has come out tonight, they need to go. Like FSG, your time's done. You don't spend money. You're sending us back to the Stone Age in terms of going to be what we're going to be challenging for. I just don't get what these owners are looking at. I mean, what do you see in a future at Liverpool Football Club FSG? Like, what are you looking at to see? Like a bright light. It's gonna all of a sudden we're gonna turn in back to the team that we've been in the past few years when you're spending close to nothing. It's all right doing the stands up, but when you're playing Sunday League European football in the Europa Conference League, what's the point? There's no point having a massive stand to make money on if you're not willing to invest in the squad. I just think FSG needs to go out. I've been FSG out for a while now, but this is just tipped it over the edge for me. They're just pointless. They're using us as a cash cow.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Sam's saying that with Bellingham's situation, I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed at Dortmund another season, then to be signed in next summer. I'd absolutely love for that to be the case, but yeah, again, Jude Bellingham will move this summer. Dortmund have already got the replacements, either A, lined up, or have already agreed the lineups, or the replacement, in that regard as well. So yeah, for me, Jude Bellingham he's 100% leaving this summer. But again, that will always be the question. Was this just a pursuit of hope, or did Liverpool have any means in terms of Liverpool getting the job done? And getting Jude Bellingham 90 away corner as well. Yeah, big thank you to all of you guys for the new subscribers as well. Like I said, please head over to 1892, the 1892 Reds TV. Rick, you and Luke are gonna have to change that back to podcast because I keep on wanting to say podcast. But obviously the Dugout Football channel as well. Same with Jack, mind. Like when Jack changed his channel to.
He changes it every week.
I don't know if Jack's doing a video right now as well. He probably is at the moment. But again, Bellingham's saga is nearly as bad as the Sancho. Only difference is United got him. I don't even think it was that though, because I think it was guaranteed that he wanted United. Because reports at the time was like, oh, he rejected City again because he said he wants to go back to United. He wants to go to United. And when you look at that, you're like, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. But with Bellingham, it's just been lined up perfectly with him and Liverpool. Obviously, every single time he's had to even mention it in terms of he's mentioned Liverpool, or Jurgen's spoken about him, Stevie G the other day, and obviously him and Gerrard having a conversation about it, and that it's just everything was lined up, and now it's all down. It's all gone to shite. Realistically, and again, it's not. It's just frustration as well. At the moment, again, we'll probably reflect probably a bit later on, or even tomorrow. But I think realistically, I think all of us will have the same thoughts and opinions as we do right now as well. But cash in on the success and run short-term goals for life-long commitment will work as well. True, but I think with Jude, especially, if we bought him for 110, 120 million. That again, he's not going to lose his value unless, of course, he's in the last 6 months of his contract and he's going to go on a free, which is most likely the Liverpool thing that would happen. But I feel like Liverpool would maintain his value, and he'd be, because again, in 6 years' time, he's going to be 25, and he's going to be not in the prime of his career, but he's going to be on the upward trajectory of going to his prime. And yeah, it's just very very frustrating. I should say. I agree. They can't spend Ricky, but they don't take money out, so it's not a cash.
No. Like a funds. They do take money. Listen, there's no way on God's green earth Liverpool's wage bill was, what was it, 307 million. You've got to not understand what's going on there to not see that money is coming out of that club some way or another, because we do not have a £358 million wage turnover. Do not give me that nonsense. So where's the money going? Because you've only got Salah on 350, you've got a few players on 200. Do not tell me we have bigger wage bills than Man City, Man United, Chelsea. Don't give me that nonsense. The money's going somewhere, and I think it's
extra. To be fair, I do think it is extra clauses that is added to that. So
but not to hit 358, no chance.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, but I think there is certain things in there. I don't know whether or not if they include, because they're not ever clear on the list of, on particular things.
What are they doing? Are they adding Doris's and Doreen's cafeteria money into the wage bill? It's absolutely nonsense. That
Carol and Caroline haven't done anything wrong. They've been probably the most supportive out of everything.
We can't get Jude because we're putting every Tom, Dick and Harry on the wage bill.
True. That's true. We get Van Dijk as well. We've already got Van Dijk. Klopp should be effed off. Liverpool fans need to stop believing this bullshit. Tchouaméni in the summer was never going to happen, and no Bellingham as well. Yeah. Again, the fact that if Madrid do get Bellingham, the fact they've got 2 Liverpool targets out of 2, and prime targets as well, that's bad. It's really bad. Chilwell just signed a 200k a deal week. That's ridiculous if that is true. I'm guessing this is Luke. Doris playing in centre mid next season. So yes, include wages. Yeah, absolutely. Ends is in as well. Good seeing you as well, mates, as well, saying they definitely haven't hit any bonuses this season. 100%. No way our wage bill is that high. Lad, they've probably been deducted bonuses this summer, not freaking added upon it. But yeah, I absolutely get what you mean by that. Even if they don't take money, they bought the club for 200 million. It's now worth 2 billion. It's worth more than that. It's worth 4 billion, Callum. But they will make money over the sale, if there is a sale in that regard. Do not tell me we're going to get Mason a freaking mouth in for Jude Bellingham. It looks like that, mate. It very much looks like that. What if Liverpool sell to buy? That's how we have operated, but in terms of how Liverpool have been and what Liverpool need to do, Liverpool need to have a summer of spending, and then you can go back to that moral. Then, in my opinion, but again, that's my opinion. Is it FSG's opinion? Absolutely not. In many regards as well. But guys, we still in the race. They did that with Thiago and Alisson. Again, I'd love to agree, but I don't know. Does anyone have any hope of there being a change at all in this situation?
Yeah, I'm hoping it is that negotiation tactic where there was leaked of a bid for him this afternoon. from in Germany, and then I'm hoping they just got 5 of the top tier Liverpool journalists together, like the Avengers, and just drop them some brief statement, because it like I said, all 5 of them journalists that have come out and said that we're not in for Jude, it just looks mirrored, word for word. It looks mirrored. So I'm just hoping it's a little bit of a negotiation tactic, because Jude's obviously chose Liverpool, so we want to lower the price as much as possible with Dortmund because we're broke.
Yeah, and no, like navigate a new kind. Well, to be fair, we joked earlier on, didn't we, about the fact that Liverpool might be offering James Milner a new, a new 5-year or 7-year contract.
Won't surprise me if that gets announced in the morning, just to like top it all off.
Hang on, let me make sure. Why has the sound gone off this again? I hate it when it does this. For some reason, my phone just like disconnects to this. Hear anything? Can one of you speak so I can you hear me properly?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, the things that happen when you're live.
It's FSG is trying to cut out his stream. FSG have seen that he's talking bad about them and Bellingham, so they're trying to disrupt his stream and cut his audio off. But yeah. Doug, would you reckon during this tactics, or do you reckon we are out?
I think it's a tactic as well, but we'll wait and see.
I can see some in-house trying to like the Milner thing situation, give him a new deal. They'll try and we might get a report that we're in talks with Bobby again to give him another new deal to try and appease the fans because of this situation. But I just think they need FSG. If you can't compete with the big boys no more, you must know it's time to go. There's no point staying because you're just going to lower the valuation of the club. If say we're worth 4 billion now, we're going to miss Champions League next season. There's no guarantees we'll get into the season after. So if you miss it again, then that's 2 seasons without Champions League. The valuation of the club will drop. And then you've gone from potentially getting 4 billion to then get 2 billion. It's just they just need to go. Like I've had enough. Like it's just they're not going to take us forward. Apparently there was rumours today that investments near enough done for the summer. So what you're telling me, there's investment coming. Apparently there was a war. According to Kevin Palmer, there was a war chest of 250 million in the summer. So why can't we get Jude then? If there's 250 million to spend.
And there was another story as well. I don't know if you saw this. Kevin Palmer actually said maybe Henderson might be leaving if the right offer comes in. I'm not so sure if I want to read that either.
Won't be a bad thing if he did go, but how much you getting for him?
Well, we would say about 15 million probably.
Right, there we go. Sorry, I can finally hear you now. For some reason, it disconnects the earphones. So,
by the way, guys, we're on 79 likes. There's 197 people in here. Let's at least get the stream up to 100 likes. That's the least we can do for Mr. Connor.
Yeah, we could very much appreciate it as always. Have you had any subs from the show?
1.
Guys, please go and subscribe to the other lads as well as channel as well. If you love Liverpool content, if you love breaking news, if you love anything like this, of course, please subscribe here. But please go and subscribe to the other lads as well. They do perfectly good content as well. Very good content and very. I was going to say something else then. I was going to say very noble content, but again, that's my head completely gone for tonight. In that way, anyway. But again, please go and subscribe over to the lads as well. Anyway, but. As I said, do you try turning off your earphones and turn them back on? Well, they're plugged into my phone, Spider, but for some reason, the StreamYard disconnects so my earphones, they reckon like it's just gone completely and the volume's gone that way to shut it off. I don't know why it does it. I don't know whether it's because of the phone I use or not. I don't know. But maybe I'm gonna have to get a proper camera these days as well. anyway. But Fabrizio Romano didn't say 5th on June. We still have hope. I think we have some sort of hope, but I feel like, again, I just feel like I've just been kicked in the teeth, and yeah, I'm bleeding all over the place anyway. But again, if anyone's just tuning in as well, we're going to just quickly go over the points as well. Obviously, this was the main tweet earlier on this evening, saying that Liverpool have had an offer sent in tonight anyway, and of course, obviously all rumours were coming out and circulating as well. But then Paul Joyce coming out and saying that Liverpool have called the pursuit of Jude Bellingham. And then again, all the journos then have come out and said pretty much the same thing. It's like what Ricky has mentioned and what Doug has mentioned. Again, everyone has had the same sort of articles around it. The only different things that we've known about tonight is that Liverpool are supposedly interested in what's his name, Nicola Bayrella, and then of course the interest in Matthias Nunes as well has also cooled down allegedly as well, supposedly as well. So again, interesting news, but again, I think all of us are a bit deflated in terms of Jude news anyway. But come on, people, smash over the likes of Doug Shell as well, link in comments as well. Yeah, very much appreciate it as well. I will put everyone's link in the comments in the description at the end of the show as well. Anyway, but I think as well, it's going to be, now I want to jump on everywhere and discuss this. But to be fair, we're going to head off in a moment because we have been live for an hour and a half and have said I'm going to be downstairs in about 10 minutes, which was about half an hour ago, but still. So either way, but no, all serious though, guys. Thank you for all the support in today's episode. Again, we're going to be talking about this probably tomorrow as well, and even all over the socials as well. So again, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, of course, it's going to be the major conversation now for the next 24, 48 hours in many regards as well. But as well, guys, let me know your guys' thoughts as well on the whole Jude Bellingham situation and scenario as well. I'm going to quickly check something as well. Yeah, we're on 103 likes right now as well. So big thank you to all of you guys for that. I think it's the most we've gotten in terms of likes on the channel on one particular video.
Oh, Fabrizio's come out, lads.
It's over.
Liverpool have called their interest in Jude Bellingham as reported by UK media tonight. Noted as Liverpool will no longer work on this deal at the current conditions that are being put forward. Package worth more than 130 million now, considered too expensive.
Absolute joke. I will quickly try and get that tweet up as well. Let me quickly see if I can find that tweet.
Fabrizio in the back post again.
I don't think it's much of a back post. I just think that it's, again, I think David Lynch has also had to say on the situation as well. Where's Fabrizio? There it is. So yeah, as Ricky has stated, but there as well, Fabrizio Romano now coming out and saying that Liverpool actually, I'll make that big screen for you guys as well, saying that Liverpool have cooled their interest in Jude Bellingham as reports by UK media. No bids as Liverpool will no longer work on this deal at its current conditions. Package worth more than £130 million now considered too expensive, which in hindsight now with Fabrizio Romano saying it's 130 million, I now think that Borussia Dortmund want around 150 million euros. I think that's how it works out.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I'm not going to lie in that way. But again, I am still frustrated in terms of Liverpool. Liverpool knew this was coming. Liverpool knew the price. As long as, the more and more we waited for Jude Bellingham, the more and more you knew Liverpool, it was going to cost Liverpool. And again, I think Liverpool, even though we've said that, again, Champions League wouldn't be a huge factor in the Jude Bellingham situation, it looks like the Champions League is a huge factor in it as well. But again, like I said, I think we have felt like Liverpool have been, moving away from that fear factor of missing out on the Champions League. But again, that might just be a false hope in many regards as well. But this is 100% a drop price ploy, forcing Jude to put in a transfer request and force the price down. Exactly. I absolutely agree. Spider as well. And again, this might be it might be, Jude's family and Jude's target. He might go, look, I don't want to go anywhere else. I want to, I either want to stay or I want to go and join Liverpool, and that might be the thing where it might work in Liverpool's favour. But if Dortmund are asking 150 million euros, the only teams I can see reaching that, Chelsea and PSG. I don't even think Madrid would even go for that, if I'm being perfectly honest, at this stage. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Let's just wait and watch as well. I don't want to. I'd like very much to get it done right here, right now. 4D chest as well. And LFC are telling Jude to put in a transfer to dive by down and look for everybody tapping it at the back post as well. No, I think it's pretty fair, to be fair, anyway. But before we do head off anyway, Rick, do you have anything else to say before we do head off?
FSG, yeah. That's all I need to say is they just need to go.
And that's it. That's it for the next episode. No, but big thank you for coming on as well, mate. I do very much appreciate it. And Doug, do you have anything else to say before we do head off?
Get the Yanks out, FSG out.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, as well, if you are new around here, please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Big thank you to all of the new subscribers as well. It's very much appreciated as always. We are trying to hit a K before the end of the season. Obviously tonight's been a big massive help for that as well. Obviously not the news I'd like to bring anyone. Certainly myself, I was crying just before the stream started. I was like, Jesus Christ, we were so happy before it, and then of course this news has come out and we're all a bit deflated as well anyway. But of course, please go and subscribe to the 1892 TV as well, and the Dugout Football channel as well. Obviously tomorrow we'll probably be speaking about this. We'll probably obviously we do post-match previews, all that good stuff. But again, most importantly, we will be talking about this a lot more as well in tomorrow's episode as well. If you guys as well check us out on Twitter, check us out on TikTok as well, because we put up clips of episodes and that. And again, check out there is a Discord link as well if anyone does want to join the Discords. Before I do forget, it is in the description down below is the last link. Again, let you know when we go live. Check out the community tab as well. We make sure of that as well and all that good stuff as well. Anyway, I think I've mentioned everything as well anyway. But hopefully you lot have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday anyway. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow we might speak a little bit more about some positive news, but I very much doubt it anyway. But I've been Connor from the Cup Council. We'll see you all tomorrow. Ta-ra.